Hey there, this is Corinne Sutherland, Jamberry Independent Consultant. I had a few customers and friends asking how I apply my wraps, so I thought I would just show you quickly how I do that. I have already done most of my fingers, and I'm just going to do my left thumb. I have that one left. So I'm going to take the wrap that matches. It's the other half of this one here that I'm going to use, if you can see that right there. And then I'm going to just peel it up with my orange stick. You can do this with the tweezers or whatever is best for you. And since I already cut this, I'm just going to peel it off. Now if you were starting with a fresh wrap, you would want to lift it up, figure out about how high you want to go to cut it, and then just snip it. As you can see here for my other nails, I have a lot of excess. These I can actually use on my toes because my nails aren't super long. I can save some of the middle of the wraps for my toes. So my wraps can go a little further than you might think. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I've already prepped my nail. I push my cuticles back with the cuticle pusher, and then I buff my nails before I start because it keeps them nice and smooth. So I use the buffer to do that, and then I use an alcohol swab, and I just have these Curad alcohol swabs that I use, but you could even just use alcohol on a cotton ball or something like that. But anyway, so I've already prepped the nail. I've done those things, cleaned off the nail with the alcohol swab, and now I'm gonna heat my wrap with the Jamberry heater. I just stick it in front, and I like to wait till it curls up like that. Once it curls up like that, I am ready to apply it, and I just put it down on the center of my nail, and then I try to kind of line it up. My thumbs are shaped a little strangely, and actually I'm going to move this over. It's good to have a little excess so you can stick your finger at the top and peel it up if you have to, but I'm just going to push that down a little bit with my finger, and then I'm going to heat it again now that I've got it lined up. Just going to heat it again, and then I actually pull on it. You can see I'm kind of stretching it, pulling it over my nail and stretching it out, getting it nice and flat. Give it some more pressure. And then you can kind of see that it's on there pretty good. And then I can see here that the wrap is coming out over a little bit over from my I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't burn myself. The wrap is kind of just a little teeny bit hanging out over my nail, and I don't want that because you don't want the wrap to be touching your skin at all. So I like to just go in and trim it off with my scissors. Just trim any little bits any little bit that's hanging out over. And you don't want it to get jagged too much like that, but unfortunately I just kind of goofed that, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, now I'm going to heat it again. That I've trimmed it a little bit. I'm just going to heat it again because I do want to stretch it again since I would just messed with it a little bit. I just want to kind of pull on it and make sure that it's on there well. And then I'm actually going to take a Ziploc bag. This is just a quart-size Ziploc bag, and I'm going to wrap my thumb in it and then I'm going to hold it up to the heater with the baggie on it. Now this heater does get pretty warm, so you don't want to get too close to it, but the baggie helps to stretch it and adds even pressure. And I'm just kind of turning my nail a little bit, and then you can see it's folded down over the tip a little bit. And that's okay, because I'm going to trim that excess off. But I'm actually going to wait to do that until it hardens a little bit more. So once it's a little bit, it's had a chance to kind of cool off, then I'm going to go in and trim that off. Now I have not filed any of these nails down yet, so I'm going to do that once I'm done trimming this last nail. Okay. So once you have a good application and it's on there nice, and you just take your scissors, and I kind of like to see the back of my nail because it helps me figure out where I'm cutting, and then I just trim off the excess. Then I'm going to take my nail file and just in a downward motion, I'm just going to file off any extra wrap that's still on there, and this smooths it out as well. You only want to go down, you do not want to go up and down, and I wouldn't really even go sideways, because this keeps your wrap from coming off. Okay, so there it is. There's my mint chevron. I'll do this to all my other nails, get them nice and tidied up. Might have to get close to some of the edges where the nail meets your skin, your finger, but anyway, you can kind of get an idea, and there they are. So I'm going to quickly file down the rest of them, but you don't need to watch me do that. So anyway, Corinne Sutherland with Jamberry Independent Consultant, and thanks for watching.